So, did you hear? Capital One just bought Discover for a mind blowing $35 billion, creating the largest US credit card company by loan volume. That's right, two major players just merged, and over 100 million Americans are now part of this mega deal. Now, this isn't just a headline, it's going to change how you swipe, how you earn rewards, and how you manage your money. So, here's the big question. Will this merger put more cash back in your pocket? Or, as usual, will the banks come out on top while you pay the price? So, welcome to the Financial Freedom Network, the financial channel that fills your wallet, makes you money, and boosts your credit. So, just before we take a deep dive, it's imperative you hit that like button and subscribe so that you get notified whenever we produce another game changing video that affects you personally. And I promise you will appreciate it. So, buckle up and let's plunge straight in. So, why did Capital One spend 35 billion on Discover? Simple, to take on Visa and Mastercard's global domination. See, before this deal, Discover was America's number 4 credit card network, but now Capital One can push its own cards and control its payment rails without paying middlemen. It's a strategic play that could very well shake up how cards are issued, processed, and monetized. For consumers, this could mean more competition, more product options, and great news, potentially more rewards as these giants try to win over your loyalty. But don't be fooled. Behind the friendly marketing, obviously, this is also about profits. Capital One wants to control both sides, issuing the card and running the payment network, pretty much like how American Express operates. So, will Discover be rebranded? No. Discover's brand isn't disappearing. Capital One confirmed they'll keep Discover as its own brand, targeting its existing audience. Now, why? Well, Discover has built massive loyalty, especially among cashback fans and students. With its no annual fee cards and its strong US based customer service, and Capital One won't mess with that magic formula, well, at least not yet. What you might see, though, are very subtle changes like Discover a Capital One company printed on your statements. You'll probably see joint marketing campaigns or shared perks between Discover and Capital One customers. The question that I keep getting asked, though, is will Capital One cards switch networks? Now, this is where things get really interesting. Right now, most Capital One cards run on Visa or MasterCard. Discover has its own network. Now that Capital One actually owns the Discover network, they could start shifting some cards over to cut out third party fees. But don't worry, it won't happen overnight, especially for the premium cards like the Capital One Venture, the Venture X, or travel heavy cards, because Visa and MasterCard still have wider international acceptance. However, you can expect changes for the Capital One debit cards, secured cards, or even entry level products like Quicksilver or Platinum, which might soon run on the Discover network. Why? Well, because Discover's debit network, Pulse, lets banks offer rewards on debit, something Visa and MasterCard absolutely restrict. So, yes, you might see cashback debit cards from Capital One soon. And that's a major win for banking customers. So, do me a favor, if you're loving this inside scoop, hit that like button and subscribe to the Financial Freedom Network. We're here to help you outsmart the banks and stay ahead of every financial move. And trust me, you'll want to be here for what's coming next. So, the biggest question is, will there be new cards or biggest bonuses? And the answer is most likely yes. Why? Well, whenever big banks merge, They roll out new offers to grab attention and market share. So we might very well see new Discover products, maybe travel or premium rewards, juicier welcome bonuses, and cross brand promos like Capital One customers getting special Discover offers and potentially higher debit or savings rewards. Now, Capital One knows customers love bonuses, and they'll likely use this merger as an excuse to push fresh deals. So if you're a credit card churner or a cashback hunter, keep an eye out because the next 6 to 12 months could very well bring some of the biggest sign up offers we've seen in years. Now, obviously, while there are upsides, there are also risks and downsides. This means less competition. So, with one less independent player, there's a chance some unique Discover perks, like for instance, no late fees on the first miss, well, those could very well fade over time. When it comes to merchant costs, more network competition might sound good, but merchants might face higher fees, which obviously could lead to price increases passed over to you. There could also be integration glitches. You see, any big merger brings risks of system hiccups, duplicate accounts, login issues, or even temporary disruptions. So do me a favor, be sure to monitor your accounts closely over the next year. So here's the bottom line. For right now, you don't need to do anything. Keep using your cards, watch your emails for updates, and be ready for some new offers rolling out soon. And let's hope they're really good. This merger is about control, profit, and market share, but it could also bring better rewards, better products, and stronger competition in the long run. So, what do you think? Are you excited about Capital One and Discover? Or are you worried about less competition? Do me a favor, guys, drop a comment below. I promise you I read every one. And hey, if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like, smash, and subscribe button and share this video with your friends. You don't want them missing out on the credit card shakeup of the decade. And once more, thanks for watching the Financial Freedom Network, where we help you stay informed, stay smart, and stay financially free. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day.